Two brothers. One wanted to save us. One wanted to erase us. And the war between them may never have truly ended. Before the Bible, before Greek mythology, before almost every religious tradition the modern world recognizes, the people of ancient Sumer were already writing about the beings who shaped humanity. They called them the Anunnaki. And among all of them, two names keep returning. Two brothers who looked at the same species and reached completely opposite conclusions about what we deserved. Enlil was the Lord of command, order, structure, the kind of authority that does not like to be questioned. In the world he governed, humans had a purpose. They were created to work, to carry burdens, to keep the system running without asking too many questions about why. And for a while, that worked. But humans have never been particularly good at staying small. They multiplied. They grew louder. They started thinking in ways nobody had planned for. To Enlil, that was not something to celebrate. That was something to manage. And when managing stopped being enough, he decided something more permanent was needed. Enki was different in a way that feels almost human itself. He was the god of wisdom and water, yes, but more than that, he was someone who actually paid attention. Where Enlil looked at humanity and saw a workforce getting out of hand, Enki looked at the same people and felt something closer to recognition. He saw the curiosity in them, the intelligence, the stubborn, inconvenient spark that makes humans so difficult to control and so impossible to simply give up on. When Enlil decided the flood would solve the problem, Enki did something quiet and brave and completely against the rules. He found a man. He warned him. He told him what was coming and how to survive it. He passed knowledge forward when knowledge was the one thing he was not supposed to share. One brother chose to let us drown. The other knelt down in the dark and whispered a way out. That is the heart of it, really. Not the gods or the flood or the ancient politics of a civilization most people cannot find on a map. It is the feeling the story carries. That somewhere in the earliest memory of our species, there was someone who believed we were worth saving. Not because we were obedient or useful or easy, but because something in us was worth the risk. And the tension at the center of that story has never really disappeared. It just changes its face every few centuries. The system that benefits from people who do not ask too many questions. The individual who quietly passes something true along anyway. Control against curiosity. Silence against the stubborn human need to understand. Some people read Enki and Enlil as symbols, beautiful ancient metaphors for forces every society knows well. Others believe these stories are older than mythology, that they carry real memories of real beings who walked among early humanity and left something behind in us that we are still trying to understand. Either way, the question sits there quietly. If that conflict was ever real, it did not end with the flood. Wars between those who want people manageable and those who want people awake do not end. They just find new battlegrounds. And maybe we are still standing on one of them right now.